Yo, what is up guys? Staleboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, effectively, Jordan Gill ends the career of Michael Conlan. Jordan Gill defeats Michael Conlan by a 7th round stoppage. And I have to say, I don't see Michael Conlan coming back from that, to be honest. He's done. He can't hold a shot at any real level. Physically, I don't think he's got it. He never translated his amateur skills into the pro game. And aside from having a name that has gotten him some opportunities, he's really failed at every hurdle, as far as I'm concerned. So for me, Michael Conlan needs to call it a day. Got hit far too much against Jordan Gill. Felt like he got rocked by every significant punch. He got rocked so many times in this fight. And physically, he was second best. And we're not talking about a world level fighter in Jordan Gill. Jordan Gill, both of these guys moved up to super featherweight. Both guys coming off stoppage defeats, of course. I mean, Jordan Gill got knocked out in his last fight in 4 rounds by an ancient Kiko Martinez. That was at featherweight, whereas Conlan got beat by Bernardo Lopez. So both of these guys were coming off knockout losses, and they were both fighting in a new division, super featherweight. But ultimately, you know, it's all well and good losing to Bernardo Lopez, who's a very good fighter, Lee Wood, world champion. You know, those guys are at a certain level. Jordan Gill is a good, honest pro, but he's domestic level. He's a domestic level guy. And we saw Michael Conlan get bullied by him in this fight, pushed around, hurt multiple times. And yeah, Conlan was having some success. He was landing some good shots here and there. But ultimately, the shots were never really troubling Jordan Gill. And you could tell that Michael Conlan in this bout was getting more and more desperate. Started to resort to fouling, clear low blows that weren't called by the referee. He was elbowing Jordan Gill. He actually got warned for elbowing, I think in round 6 or round 7. And yeah, Conlan started to resort to dirty tactics. He was getting mollywopped, he was getting pushed back, beat up. First round he tried to stick and move a little bit, tried to use a bit of lateral movement. But Jordan Gill had his earmuffs up, high guard, just tried to walk down Michael Conlan. And every time Michael Conlan set his feet, yeah, Conlan was landing shots, but Jordan Gill was doing a very good job throughout this fight, not only bullying Michael Conlan, not only pushing him back, but what he was doing really well at was punching with Michael Conlan. And of course, when Conlan was in the southpaw stance, Jordan Gill was timing it with a really good chopping short overhand right. And that shot caused so much damage throughout this fight. It was a great shot by Jordan Gill. It continuously scored. It was hurting Michael Conlan. And yeah, Michael Conlan could never adjust and get away from it. So yeah, Conlan started okay, but Jordan Gill came into round 1, started to fight fire with fire, started to match him in the exchanges, actually hurt Michael Conlan towards the end of round 1 with the overhand right. Round 2, Conlan actually gets dropped by like a push power jab from Jordan Gill. Once again, it was in the exchanges. Jordan Gill, really good power jab, almost like a straight left actually, kind of squared up when he threw it. Good shot by Gill. It drops Conlan, and after this point, Conlan, kind of, to me at least, it looked like Conlan never really had a game plan. Sometimes he was trying to box. Other times he would abandon boxing and try to fight fire with fire. It was clear he was trying to go to the body throughout this fight, and he was landing some good body shots, but some were straying low. But to me, it looked like Michael Conlan was fighting on instinct rather than intelligence or following a game plan. To me, it didn't look like he had any game plan. Whereas Jordan Gill, although basic, we knew exactly what he wanted to do, to force his will on Michael Conlan, to punch with Michael Conlan. You know, we saw those patterns in this fight from Jordan Gill, like he had been working on that. But Conlan, to me, it looked like he was freestyling it. And yeah, gets dropped in round 2. Bad start to the fight. Rounds 3, 4, 5 and 6 were pretty good rounds. Both guys had success. Conlan at times was boxing Jordan Gill, scoring shots, etc. But once again, never hurting Jordan Gill. Maybe he outlanded Jordan Gill in many of those rounds, but Conlan was also buzzed a couple of times throughout those rounds. Gill was landing the harder punches, the more effective punches. And round 7 was where the fight ended. I think Jordan Gill may have caught Conlan with the overhand right. It rocked Conlan, it backed him up. Conlan went back to the corner. Jordan Gill unleashed a series of punches. I think a right uppercut went in there, kind of sagged the legs of Michael Conlan, and the referee then jumps in to wave it off. Conlan was definitely hurt. I actually felt the stoppage was too early, to be honest, but you know, I felt the knockout was coming, but again, I can say that, but ultimately I felt it was too early. I felt the stoppage was too early. I felt the referee should have let it go on a little while, see whether Conlan could recover, could react, etc. But if I were to hazard a guess, I would say Jordan Gill would have went on to knock him out. He was the stronger man throughout this fight. He was the guy who was fighting to a game plan. He was the guy hurting his opponent. And yeah, he seemed like the guy who had more in the tank, to be honest. And Jordan Gill gives his career the shot in the arm that it needed, because, you know, Jordan Gill wasn't exactly coming off great form. But, you know, this win really does revitalise his career, I would say. And hopefully now we can see maybe there's a couple of good domestic fights available for Jordan Gill. I think Anthony Kakache would make for a good fight. Also, I think the fight to make really on the matchroom side of things would be Jordan Gill versus Zelfa Barrett. I think that fight makes a lot of sense. Good domestic scrap. But yeah, Jordan Gill lives to see another day. Knocks out Michael Conlan. Conlan should retire. Just that simple. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.